So, I'm an actor, which is very difficult to make money in, to make a living off of. Not even to make a living off of, just to make any money at all is very difficult as an actor. And I have a girlfriend who works a 9 to 5. She she's basically the one who makes the money in the relationship. I'm not very proud to say, a man's supposed to be a provider, supposed to provide for the family, but the 9 to 5 thing, it's so difficult. It's so hard. It's putting up with people and, having a boss, and sometimes the boss is younger than you and knows less than you and, throws her weight around, and it's just super annoying. Coworkers, all that. I know, it's things that we need to get over and just deal with it and put up with it. But I decided to pursue this acting thing, and not only do I dislike the 9 to 5, but also it's like I need time to be able to pursue acting. I can't, it's very difficult to try to have a 9 to 5 and also pursue acting at the same time, because you need to have days open to be able, if you get booked for something, to be able to go out there and do the work. You need to have most of the time an open schedule, or for a lot of things you have to have an open schedule. So yeah. So basically, my girlfriend said that it's been going on for a while, that she's kind of getting fed up with having to take care of everything, and me just pursuing my dream, and her having to slave away, and things are getting more expensive, and dropping hints about this and that. It may not be working out if she's going to have to do this and basically support us. So basically, yeah, she came out and just straight out said it, and was blunt with it, and said that she wants the relationship to work, but it's not going to work if I don't get a real job, or if I don't book an acting gig. So yeah, I didn't want to lose the relationship. So and also I didn't want to get to 9 to 5. So I had to do some deep searching, some soul searching, some analyzing, and thinking about my life and what's going on and why is it not working. And one of the things is I'm not pushing myself as hard as I should be. I wasn't pushing myself as hard as I should have been pushing myself, and it's a little more difficult. We're raised our whole life to, like, oh, you have to go to school, you have to do your homework, you have to go to work, you have to go to college, you have to do this, you have to do that. It's like we are, held liable for these certain things throughout our whole life. We're never taught how to have self-motivation, how to push ourselves. It's like it's always this external thing that's forcing us to do these things. There's never any like, oh, let me push myself to do these things. It was never like that. We're basically trained to, only have external forces push us to do things. So we never really learn unless we have parents that teach us, or we're just geniuses from the start. So we don't have that strength built up to push ourselves. And I think that's what happens to a lot of people who get into the arts, to acting, filmmaking, being an artist, music, whatever it is. We don't have that thing that to push ourselves. And many people that do the 9 to 5 also don't have that strength to push themselves, and that's why they work for somebody else, because they know they're liable, they're accountable, they're held accountable for being there, and then they get a check for that. So I know that's just excuses, but I had the realization that I need to have that strength to push myself, and so I decided to try and push myself, and started doing all the things that I need to do to get some kind of job, which is, have my marketing material, get all the footage from things I've been in and edit them together to make a reel, so I could put it out there and say, this is what I've done, this is what I can do, and to try to get people's attention to hire me, or for when I'm submitting to certain jobs, I could show, look, this is my reel, this is the thing, these are the things that I've been in, and these are my skills. So I did that, updated my resume, and I just started pushing myself and started submitting to as much things as I can, and submitting to agencies and management companies, and just pushing myself more, and like work begets work, it begets work begets work, and the more, it's a numbers game. Like the more you put yourself out there, the more percentage chance that you're going to book something. It's like the more you try something, you could go knock on 100 doors, and if you get that one person to go to buy whatever you're selling, that's a sale. It's like then it takes 100 doors to get one sale. So you have to go to how many doors a day, knock on how many doors a day to get one sale. And if you just knock on 99 doors, it's like you don't get that sale. So it's like you have to figure out how many doors you have to knock on to get that one sale. And like I said, it's just a numbers game. So I just submitted, pushed. And I finally, somebody answered the door. Somebody answered the door. They liked what I could do. They had, this film they were making, and I was perfect for the part. Okay, went in for the audition, and did my thing. And a couple days later, they got back to me. They said they wanted me. They wanted to get back to me as soon as possible, so I wouldn't book anything else. Which, back in the day, it would have been like, don't worry, I'm not going to book anything else. But now it's like I'm pushing myself so much. Who knows? I could have got booked for something else. So they wanted to book me for the role, and I was excited. I was happy. I went and I told my girlfriend, I booked this job. I booked something, acting, And she said, awesome, great. She was there with me. She said, how much does it pay? And I was like, nothing. And she was like, so what does it even matter? And I was like, well, they said they could, if they bump me up even more to a better part, because right now it's just a little bit part, but if they bump me up to a better part, if something happens, someone drops out, or they add in a role or whatever, then it's a possibility that I will get paid, because I'm gonna have to put in more days. Whereas this one is just a day player, just go in, do my thing, come back. But if I book a bigger role with them, which is a possibility, not high, not low, somewhere in the middle, I could, and I will get paid. And she sat there and she thought, and she had saw how much effort I've been putting into it, and how much I was pushing myself, and the strength I had built to push myself, and she was cool with it, because she said, as long as I continue pushing myself the way I had been, these past few weeks, then she knows that, it's going to lead to more work, like obviously numbers game. The more you push, the more likely you're going to book something. So yeah, I, sometimes it takes those things, those ultimatums, those, do or die situations to make you realize, you need to put in the work. And yeah, I did, and booked the job. Hopefully, get brought up to a bigger role. Hopefully make some money. And I know it's only a matter of time. I'm going to book something where I am making money. So yeah, keep pushing yourself, and it could happen. Don't give up.